Been an interesting week, taking delivery of lots of new kit, met some interesting suppliers that are going to help me with the car, and dealing with piss takers of my video blog.
I love my Land Rover. My Land Rover loves you, Jade, so I treat it from Total Parts frequently.
So tonight was spent stripping the interior out of the Defender. I know they're not particularly bad compared to a lot of Defender seats, if I'm honest. They're tatty and a bit nasty, and a bit ripped here and there. Now apparently this lady is incredible at restoring stuff, so I just want you to have a look at what these things look like now, so that we can get a good comparison when they come back and see that the work she's done. She showed me a few artist impressions today of how they're going to look, and it looks incredible, so I'm really looking forward to that. Silly o'clock in the morning, and time to go and get all the parts for the tray back and take them off to be retrimmed, and let's see how that goes. So then, Karen at Bustle About, I'm told you can work wonders. You really are going to have your work cut out with that. So today I've come down to the Black Country to see Karen at Bustle About, and just by chance she's actually set up her business in a workshop at Black Country 4x4. So I'm hoping to see a few decent motors here today. And there's a few already.
Right, with the panels you need to get 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, right.
The fourth is the top one. That is going to go there.
Fantastic. That'll look the business, won't it? Definitely. Now,
this is why I said you don't want too much above or below that, and because of the risk of cocking things up, separate panel with the writing on.
So that was Black Country 4x4. What an interesting place, and what an amazing job. I think I'm going to get on those seats. So take a bit of time to look at some of the Defenders they've got set up here. This one caught my eye straight away. Wow, that's a nice motor. Right, that's enough Land Rover porn. I'm going to have to get back to work. Obviously, if you decide to do these video blogs, you're going to get some kind of piss taking. I did get a few comments about there being a big wing nut on the screen. Someone else suggested that I had a perfect face for radio. Yeah, probably. So the blue thing is off to the garage to have an oil leak looked at, and because the seats are out of it at the moment, I asked my mate, can you get me a seat base just to lend for a minute? Doesn't matter what condition it's in. Now, I didn't know it was going to be one he dug up out of the ground, and there's some strange liquid leaking out of it, so I think it's going to be time for me to professionally cover it before I put it in the car. Done. Easy. Covered, ready to go back in for its short trip to the garage, and that's all it's fit for, a short trip to the garage, I think. Yeah, not ideal that, is it? But it should do me just for the very short trip down to the Garage of Rock, and it is about time you were all properly introduced to the Garage of Rock. This week by showing you a couple of interim pictures of how the seats are progressing, looking very promising.
Total Parts number 1 for Land